Keep this show going. The next comedian coming to the stage, funny lady, make her feel welcome, Arisha.
2016 is over, right? Yes. That was a bad year. 2016, I lost my job, lost my car, lost my husband. Oh, he's not dead. He's dead to me, but he ain't dead. I know where they all are. I have no intention of going back and getting any of them. You know what I mean? It's bad. Marriage was tough. You married people?
Yeah.
Marriage was bad. Marriage for me was like a stint in the military. You know what I mean? I've never cooked, cleaned, and dropped down to my knees. Sorry, no. My husband, he was, I don't know, he's a different kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? He was a nice guy. He was very, what's the word? He was very possessive. I mean, Puerto Rican. And he was obsessed. He was like obsessed with crime investigative shows. Did you ever see him like First 48? Forensic Files? I almost got away with it. That was fine. So one Saturday he sat up and made me watch a marathon of Snapped. About halfway through I had to ask myself now, is he watching this stuff for entertainment? Or research? And it was alright until he started trying to tell me where the killer went wrong. You know, like, yeah, baby, see, what he should have done was put her up under the floorboards of the house. I was just so nervous I just started trying to reenact that stuff in the house. Making me the star witness. Hey, y'all, that was cool. That's weird. My mom was never really fully on board with my whole interracial marriage thing. I remember I called her and told her I was getting married. She was like, Risha, I just don't understand. Why can't you come home to Atlanta and marry a good black man? I was like, no, Mama, you know. All the good black men in Atlanta already have husbands. I learned early on she was bad for marital advice, so like I'd call my mom up, I'd be like, oh, Mama, this man is working my nerves. And she'd be like, hold on, baby, let me get the attorneys on the other line. Or I was like, Mama, can you believe he yelled at me? She was like, call the police, baby. Don't you let him no man hit you. Like, hey, Mama, chill. He's just mad, though. He called me checking his cell phone. And his email. What? Thou shalt cook, clean, and keep track. That's in the Bible. You're a Christian woman. I'm a Republican. The hell I am. I'm very white friendly too. You'll want to know that. I know y'all didn't know this, right? Shop at Chico's. Every Tuesday I'm at Michael's and Craft Shop. With it. I'm with it. You know, it's funny though. You know you're supposed to get divorced when people start congratulating you because you did. Right? But like nobody's like, no. I was back in Long Island with this neighbor. And I went upstairs and she was like, Arisha, I told you never to marry him. I don't know why you went and did that. Carmi said it was never going to work out. You can't get right with them Porter rocks. You know that, right? You got to get yourself together now and get back out there. For God's sake, take off that ring. How you going to get a man with that ring on your hand like that? You do want a man, don't you? You do? You don't want a man? Listen, let me tell you something. My sister Gloria, she knows all about that thespian life. She can help you out with that. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. Arisha, let me tell you something. You go get your hair done. You get your nails. Let me get one of them weaves your friends get. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. And listen, you heard of these things called Spanx? You get you some of them, girl. It changes your world. Let me tell you, Tommy can't get off my back when I'm on them Spanx. You know what I'm
I'm saying?
Yes, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Listen, I understand that divorce thing. I could get one too. You know, I done had 2 of them myself. And if Kami's thing keeps working my nerves, I'll get another one. You know what I'm saying? Kami, no, I'll cut his balls off. He cut up. I knew him when he was working at the butcher shop. You know, he taught me some things. Look, shortcut.
I love her though. I go out and visit. But no, nobody feels sorry for me. Not a soul.
So you like in politics these days?
Has anybody but me noticed the one thing that Donald Trump is not against is the legalization of marijuana? Check this out. I didn't know marijuana was illegal.
Like say I found out.
I remember once I was at my grandparents' house in South Carolina. I was like 10 years old. And my grandfather was watching this Western. And the cowboy was making himself a cigarette. So I said, "Oh,
Daddy makes his own cigarettes too.
and my grandma was like, really? How?
And I was like, oh, it's real easy. It's real easy. This is what he do. He take them little white papers and he lay them out on the table real straight. Then he take that bag of dirt. You know, the one he keep under the sofa, the one under his bed. Hey, he one, you know what I'm saying? Then he take it and he just shake it out. He shake it out onto the paper. Then he take the paper and he roll it up. And then he kiss it. He goes. Then he roll up the window and drive us to school.
I remember, I don't really know this is gonna go, but I remember when I told my mom that I was gonna be a comedian, and she was like, "Congratulations, Arisha. I always knew you'd be a lesbian."
She's white friendly, she likes me. I got one. All right. Looking good. If you look whiter than this, then we're gonna get along just fine. All right. Very good. Okay, folks, we're gonna keep this show going.